All right, welcome to the Rules, Confirmations, and Public Elections. It is January 23rd. It is 5 p.m. and we are going to go ahead and get started. We do have a quorum with myself, Councilmember Cash, Councilmember Druffel, Evans, and Toombs. We did not have anyone sign up for public comment. I do have a consent agenda, and we'll go through that. Then the late files, and then we will go through elections and confirmations. Committee members, please wait to be recognized, and so I could call on you to ask questions. We do need to get through quite a bit of people. So first up on the consent agenda, RS 2024-164 by Sepulveda approves the election of certain notaries public for Davidson County. RS 2024-188 by Porterfield and Cap opposes the expansion of the Education Savings Account program in Tennessee. RS 2024-189 by Allen Hill, Nash, and others honors the life of Betty Kirkland. RS 2024-190 by Toombs honors the Reverend Dr. Kelly Miller Smith Jr. on his retirement. RS 2024-191 by Suarez, Sepulveda, Vo, and others recognizes January 22nd, 2024 as Language Justice Day in Nashville and Davidson County. Does anything need to be removed from the consent agenda? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any not voting? All right, 5 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Next is the late filed items by Stiles and Allen, a resolution approving the grant agreement between Metro Government through Metro Arts and Hands on Nashville for an AmeriCorps program participant to perform volunteer services on Metro Arts community engagement program and activities. Is Councilmember Stiles or Allen here? I don't have a letter to approve. Does anyone want to sign on?
Sure, I will.
All right, Evans is signing on. Where's Metro Legal? Yes, sorry, there's a lot of people. Council, Legal Director. Director Darby, do you know why it is, what is it, late file nature of this?
Give me one moment to find my agenda. I just made it into the room. I believe that the Arts Commission Director is here and can address the late nature.
Director?
Yes, Chair. We had thought it was going to be an employment contract. We didn't realize it was going to be considered a grant. So that, because AmeriCorps is giving us a stipend for the staff person, it triggers the grant clause. So I made a mistake, so that's why.
Got it. Could it wait until the next council meeting, or it needs to be?
No, the person has been allocated to us as of January 12th, so they're sitting around not working until we get this passed. So if we wait till the next meeting, that'll be that many days that they're not working, but the time has already been allocated to us.
Okay. Any questions from committee members? Can I get a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any not voting? 5 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you. Next is a late file resolution by Porterfield and Evans, a resolution authorizing the Metro Human Relations Commission to engage Melody Fowler Green as appropriate counsel on an hourly fee basis to represent the Human Relations Commission in connection with the Title VI complaint against the Metro Arts Commission. Councilmember Evans are on here. What is the late file nature, and can this wait until the next council meeting?
So I don't know the rationale for the late filed nature, because I was only concerned about the content. And so I would have to defer to either Director Darby or somebody else about why it's late.
Director Darby.
So I'm reading from the letter from Director Tucker, who says in his explanation for the late file is that they would not seek this exception for the late file if we did not feel time was of the essence, not only for the complainants, but also for the public interest in the issue.
Okay. Any questions from committee members? Councilmember
I have a question
Druffel.
on the, I don't know, but the late filed as to the need to go outside our legal department to request another attorney. So it's more on the substance of the
Yeah, so this committee would only be voting on the emergency nature of it, but I can give you an explanation about why they're going outside of Metro Legal. So, the code allows for, the commission to engage its own attorneys when a complaint has been filed against, or when one of the parties is the Metropolitan government. And it's my understanding, and the Metro Legal is actually in the hallway right now, I just can't get into the room because it's so crowded and full, but it's my understanding that they have reviewed that situation and think that it's appropriate to hire counsel that is not Metro Legal, so.
So we don't have any specialist in our department, or it's just they went outside?
It's not that there's not a specialist in the department that can handle it, it's that the defendant or the complaint is being made against a Metro department or commission, and so because of that, because that Metro is an entity and a party to the dispute, they would be seeking outside approval,
Thanks.
outside
All right, can I get a motion?
So we
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Any not voting? 5 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. All right. On to elections and confirmations. Again, committee members, please wait to be recognized before asking your questions. It is 5:06. We have a lot of people to get through. First up is Mr. Timothy Jester for the Arts Commission for a term expiring January 1st, 2028. Is Mr. Jester here?
Yes, ma'am.
If you want to come and sit in the middle, do you need a parking validation, or would you like a quick ticket to catch the bus?
I'll take the validation, sure.
All right,
we sell lottery
we all
tickets, we
silently
know
judge
they're
you.
gonna-
Although I am not at all opposed to riding the bus.
All right, Mr. Jester, do you currently live in Davidson County?
I do. I live in District 11 in Old Hickory.
Okay, do you serve on any metro boards and commissions?
Not yet.
All right, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in serving?
Sure. My name is Tim Jester. Like I said, I live up in Old Hickory in District 11. I was interested in finding a way to be more connected to the city after helping a friend run for Metro Council in 11, and spoke with Darren, and Darren appointed me to this committee, or this commission. I was appreciative of that because I do believe behind the ability to not be hungry and education, that arts is the single best way that we can bring people together in our communities. And I was kind of shocked to find out that the arts budget is as low as it was. So I think one of the things that we should be fighting for is to increase the arts budget. In addition to that, though, I am a violin player. I've played violin since I was 4 years old when I first heard Itzhak Perlman in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I begged my mom to take me to violin lessons, and she said yes. So I've been playing my whole life. I spent all of my life playing in different iterations of bands or string quartets or playing solo for weddings. And so while I am grateful to not be a starving artist at this point in my life, there certainly has been points in my life when I felt pretty close to those parameters. And so I know what it's like to be a musician or to be an artist and to need. And I do believe wholeheartedly that we need to be looking at the artists in Davidson County who need this funding the most. I know there's been a lot of controversy in the Arts Commission in the last several years, and I would like to bring my level head to the job and be part of the solution in helping us distribute funds to those that need it the most and to get things righted, help Daniel get things righted on the Arts Commission.
Thank you for that. Are you committed to distributing those funds equitably?
I absolutely am.
Great. Any questions from committee members?
I'd just like to speak in favor of Mr. Jester, because I got to know him last year, and he is very level-headed and thoughtful and pragmatic. And I feel like his temperament really suits itself to this particular work as far as kind of this rebuilding period that we're in for the commission. And so I really appreciate that you want to serve in this way, because I think you'll be really good at it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I guess the last thing I would say is there has been a lot of controversy with this commission in recent years. And so anyone added onto the board, I would hope would be helping, stabilize where we're currently at the moment. Any other questions from committee members? Council member Styles, please keep it short
It's
because
short and sweet.
we're on a time crunch.
Attitude. I actually came to speak in favor of Mr. Jester. We had a chance to sit down and speak and to find out about his artistic background in addition to his financial background. I think it's important that we have people that understand the arts and are active in the arts that are sitting on the Arts Commission. That has not been a regular occurrence, but also to have what I call a business creative that understands the business side of things would be very helpful at this juncture, as the Metro Arts Commission is a bit of a hot mess. And I'm going to leave because it's way too tight in here, but I also am speaking in favor of Ms. Watts, as I've worked with her, and she's also great. So,
All right, thanks, Council Member Styles. Again, council members can be recognized in any committee, you just need to be recognized by the chair. So we will thank Council Member Styles for being quick. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any, okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, Heather, please help me pronounce your last name. Lefkowitz. Heather Lefkowitz for the Arts Commission for a term expiring January 1st, 2028. Would you like a parking validation or a bus pass?
Parking validation,
I
please.
judge you.
I feel your judgment, I feel it.
You'll know that you don't have to use the bus pass today.
It's fine.
All right,
I live 2 blocks from the bus, so.
okay. Ms. Lefkowitz,
Yes.
thank you for being here. Do you currently live in Davidson County?
I do, live in District 24.
Do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
I do not.
All right, tell us about yourself and why you're interested in serving.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm not a Nashville native, but I've been here for a long time. Came here to go to school and stayed. I'm married to a Nashville native, and I'm the parent of a 17-year-old Nashville native in public school. High schooler who's leaving soon, and that makes me sad. But my professional life and background is really concerned with thinking about how individuals make purpose and meaning through engagement with the arts. That's happened in my role at Vanderbilt. I started working at the Curb Center 20 years ago and then moved to the Divinity School, and now my primary appointment's at Peabody College. I also am a facilitator and use kind of critical response process, and I'm trained in restorative practices as well with groups. And I've served on the board. I'm a longtime board member of Actors Bridge Ensemble in Nashville. I just stepped down last week from that role. And I am an artist, a theater artist as well. And I am the mother of an artist. Our family has benefited so much from this ecosystem that that we've been a part of. I actually, when I was sitting outside, I made a list of, where's my bus pass? This is a list of all of the things that my daughter has participated in since she was a child that are funded by Metro Arts. And she is an artist today because of those experiences, and for that I'm really grateful.
Great.
So that's what
Thank
I'd
you so
like to
much for being here.
Mhm.
Are you committed to equity when it comes to the Arts Commission in all aspects?
Yes, I'm very committed to equity. I believe that it's the role of the city to ensure that these funds are distributed equitably to all people in the city and that they have access, equal access to all of these opportunities.
Great, thank
So
you.
absolutely.
Any questions from committee members? Councilmember Cash.
I just wanted to say, I've had numerous of my constituents reach out to me, making sure that I'm going to vote for you and praising your passion and your professionalism, and so I'm glad you're willing to serve.
All right, any other questions? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Up next for the Arts Commission is Arlene Nicholas Phillips for a term expiring on January 1st, 2028. All right, Ms. Phillips, do you want a parking validation or a bus pass?
I'll take a parking validation, thanks.
Here you go. Thank you so much for being here. Do you currently live in Davidson County?
Yes, I do.
Do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
I do not.
All right, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in serving?
All right, I've been here in Nashville, Davidson County actually, for the last 12 years. I work at Tennessee State University. I'm quite involved in what's going on there. I'm the executive assistant to the president and AVP for their global initiatives and partnerships. I also sing. I'm a member of the, well, I just went blank. Okay, the Cultural Chorale of Nashville. Yeah.
Concert Chorale.
Concert Chorale of Nashville. Thank you very much. I'm a soprano there, and I've been with them for about 10 years. Been singing all my life. I'm very much involved in the arts, and you can tell I'm a little bit nervous in front of this crowd today for whatever reason. I shouldn't be because I've been a solo singer for most of my life. But this is something new to me, but I am very much interested in what's going on in Davidson County, and this gives me an opportunity to get my feet really wet about it, especially where the arts are concerned.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your desire to serve. Councilmember Johnston is apparently a soprano as well.
Oh, excellent.
I can't wait to hear this sing.
All right.
And we're really expensive as a duet.
And I need to say that the Concert Chorale of Nashville, the concerts that's put on every year, it's all for charitable causes. So that's a really good,
That's awesome.
yep, that's a really good deal.
All right. Any questions from committee members? All right. Are you, will you commit to equity practices in this commission at all levels?
Absolutely.
All right. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any not voting? All right. 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Up next is Dwana Wade for the Arts Commission, an appointment expiring January 1st, 2028. Ms. Wade, would you like a parking validation or a quick ticket?
Parking pass.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you currently live in Davidson County?
I do, in District 12.
Do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
I do not.
All right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in serving?
Certainly. Good afternoon. I am Dwana Wade, and I have the pleasure of having raised my children here in Davidson County. Some they went to school at Metro schools and in private schools locally, and participated in a number of Metro participation activities, including some of the Metro Arts programming. I myself have acted on stage once or twice in a Metro Arts approved and funded program years ago. And I also, in my work life, I work at an organization called Salama Urban Ministries, and we are committed to providing academics, performing arts, and spiritual development for young people. We have, in years past, received funding from the Metro Arts Commission, and we honestly made a decision several years ago because we were one of the smaller organizations applying to Metro Arts, and the amount of work in putting together a grant request as well as the report did not necessarily meet up with our capacity to continue to do so. And so we were receiving a very small amount of funds in comparison to a number of other organizations, and made the very difficult decision no longer to apply. And as a result, I am very interested in participating in work with the Arts Commission, in that we have seen our young people not have access to the funds that we believe they should have access to, because a number of our families and students are from under-resourced, underserved, and inequitable situations. And I would not like to see that perpetuated. I would like to do what I can outside of my personal work, but in my volunteer work, to also make sure that that does not continue.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your willingness to serve. That is very much needed, as we all have read. Are you committed to equity in all aspects?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, any questions from committee members?
I am so excited to meet you in person and really appreciate you being interested in serving. And Ms. Wade came from District 14 with redistricting into 12, and so I didn't know she lived in the area.
I
And
didn't
so
know that you were my council
I
person
was
for a while.
super excited. Once I Googled you, I was like, oh wow, this is awesome. So thank you for being willing to serve. And I really like that you brought up your experience of going through the application process and kind of the weight of that process on a smaller organization. And so I think that'll be a really valuable experience to be able to leverage. So thank you for participating and being willing.
Just a quick note of support too. We got a chance to walk through Solana and got a chance to meet you, and great commitment to our community and very good passion. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Mr. Truffle.
Any other questions? All right, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much. Up next is Ms. Beverly Watts for the Arts Commission, a term expiring February 2nd, 2025. Ms. Watts, would you like parking pass or?
This is a driving city, so give me
Not necessarily. I think certain parts. All right. Do you currently live in Davidson County?
I do. I live in District 11
All right. Do you
in a place called Hopewell. Some people might know it as the Hopewell box from
Got it.
politics.
do you serve on any other metro boards and commissions?
No.
All right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in serving?
I'm a Nashville native. I graduated from Haynes High School, which no longer exists, on Trinity Lane and Whites Creek Highway. Graduate of Tennessee State. I left after I graduated from TSU, went to Chicago, Louisville, Kentucky, Washington, D.C. I came back here in 2007. Most of my career has been spent in equity, starting in Chicago with the Office for Civil Rights, doing school DSEG, through my tenure at the Tennessee Human Rights Commission here in Tennessee.
Great. Thank you so much. There have been some articles written about your when you were the executive director at the Human Relations Commission and
Human Rights Commission.
Yes, and some Human Rights Commission, and some allegations regarding the workplace. So I wanted to ask you on the record if there's anything you would like to address regarding your time there.
Let me tell you what I told my commissioners when I decided to retire. They didn't ask me, and I decided to retire because I've done this a couple of times in the press. This is not my first rodeo. Louisville, Kentucky, I spent the summer in the press with allegations of all sorts. This was a shorter run. But what I decided was I was 6 months from retirement anyway, and I told my commissioners I'd rather retire. The allegations were never proven. The information in the paper is not sworn testimony. It was a report. And when I talked with my chair and other board members, I just made a decision based on what the board members were saying, that it was better for me to retire, go home and relax. And it's been a good, relaxing 2 years.
Great, thank you. Are you committed to equity practices at all levels regarding this commission?
After my career, yes.
Thank you. Any questions from committee members? Councilmember Evans.
Thank you. It's good to know that you live in District 11, and I'm familiar with Hopewell over in Hermitage, and I've been.
No, we're in Old Hickory. Hermitage is a different place.
I know, but I've been over there many times.
I know
so
you have.
Anyway, it's good
I'm
to.
just teasing you because it's about a quarter mile
Yeah.
to Hermitage from my house.
Yeah, but I've been over there. The folks over in Hopewell were very helpful during the tornado, and so I had some good connections over there from that time period. But I can tell from your demeanor, and this is not a negative thing, that you have a strong personality. And that's not a bad thing, because I also have a strong personality. So I want to hear from you. Do you feel like in this kind of commission environment that collaboration will be something that you'll be strong as opposed to kind of leading?
I currently serve on 6 boards, 1 national and others, so I do understand collaborations. I've worked with not-for-profits and done strategic planning around the issue of collaborations. I'm a pretty collaborative person. Every once in a while, one must be the 3rd grade teacher I knew when I went to school.
All right, thank you.
Councilmember Johnson.
I'm just wondering, because you brought up the Kentucky issues, whatever allegations there were. I'd read about the Tennessee Human Rights Commission stuff and whatever was those allegations there. Were they the same type of allegations, or was it a different set of?
I was a new director, and staff decided they didn't want me, so everything I did went to the Courier-Journal.
Gotcha.
If I bought a pencil, they sent it to the Courier-Journal, and it was staff. But I did have a commission body that did a full investigation and cleared me of all charges. So,
Good. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any not voting? Any against? All right, 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much. Next is the Emergency Communications District reappointment of Richard Cowan for a term expiring February 14, 2028. Did we skip Beverly Wills?
No, that was
That was Beverly
That
Wills.
was Beverly. I'm sorry, I'm trying to follow along.
All right. Would you like a parking pass or a quick ticket?
Neither, I'm good, thank you.
All right. Did you walk?
No, actually, I've already got a parking pass.
All right. Okay, do you currently live in Davidson County?
I do, District 15.
Do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
Other than the Emergency Communications District, no.
Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in serving?
Okay, well, I've actually been on the ECD board for 6 years now. I believe it's 6 years, going back to 2018. Enjoy my time there with providing for the training of our 911 staff, the public outreach that we do through Rescue Rex and our partnership with Finn and Associates. I'm a software engineer by trade. I've been that my whole life. It's been my career. A recent graduate of Ball State Community College after getting married at 20 and starting a family at 22. College just never really happened for me, and I always thought it was something I was missing. So taking advantage of the Tennessee Reconnect program, I went back a couple years ago and just graduated in May.
Great. Well, congratulations. Any questions from committee members? All right, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much. All right, next is Laura Martin Hollier for Fire and Building Codes Appeals Board for a term expiring March 2nd, 2027. Ms. Hollier, would you like a parking pass or a quick ticket?
Pass, please.
All right. Do you currently live in Davidson County?
I do.
Do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
I do not.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in serving?
So my name's Laura Ollier. I have been in the architecture field for the past almost 12 years now. Always practiced in Nashville at Hastings Architecture. I am been a resource to my firm for a very long time in terms of building code. I think because of my broad variety of code applications, I've done everything from small-scale residential micro-housing, affordable housing, to 30-story residential towers, to Donaldson Branch Library, to banks. So I've kind of applied building code and fire code to many typologies, and I've been able to really familiarize myself with building code that way. Another thing that I've been tracking since about 2018 was mass timber building, and so that's something that is coming up here in Nashville, adopting codes for that, and I hear pretty soon I'm going to go to the next building code that will have an even more formalized structure of mass timber and timber tower building. So that's something that I can also give some expertise in. My firm has done timber built construction, and then also just from research since 2018 on that.
Interesting. So I was talking to a former colleague about this the other day, because I told him they scare me. I know they're safe, but they scare me. It's like the wooden roller coasters to me. All right, any questions from committee members? Yes.
Just a comment that she's an LSU grad like I am, much younger. Go
We
Tigers.
won't hold that against
Go
you.
Tigers. Go Tigers.
All right, any other questions? All right, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much. Next up is Anthony Lockie for Fire Building Code Appeals Board for a term expiring March 1st, 2026. Would you like a parking pass or a quick ticket?
Parking pass, please.
All right, do you currently live in Davidson County?
I do. Yes.
Do you serve on any other metro boards and commissions?
No, I do not.
All right, why don't you quickly tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in serving?
I'm a structural engineer, been practicing about 43 years, on my own firm, had about 20 years. Prior to that, a couple of firms I've worked with, about 10 years at Hartfield and Roberts. I was a partner there years ago, worked in Stanley and Associates, and been on my own like about 20 years.
All right, thank you so much. Any questions from committee members? All right, can I get a motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much. All right, Greenways and Open Space Commission, a reappointment of Mr. Grant Winbrow for a term expiring February 10, 2027. Mr. Winbrow here?
Chair and committee, he's on his way.
He's on his way. We'll move him to the heel then. Next is the Sexually Oriented Business Licensing Board for appointment of Ms., help me with your name, Ms. Johnson Smith. Anjane. Ms. Anjane, thank you so much for being here. Do you want a parking pass or a quick ticket?
Okay.
All right. Ms. Johnson Smith, why don't, do you currently live in Davidson County?
Yes.
Do you serve on any other metro boards and commissions?
Not at this time.
All right, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself quickly and why you're interested in serving?
Okay, well, good evening, everyone. My name is Anjane Johnson. I currently have a very extensive public health background where I work currently at Meharry as a research and program manager for the Center for Health Policy. A little bit about why I chose to take this opportunity was just to broaden my experience. I have a very passion for health equity and public health for communities. I'm also a Tennessee native, but very new to Nashville, so I wanted to use this opportunity to get my feet wet into Metro Nashville and understand policies and procedures.
Great, thank you so much, and thank you for your willingness to serve. Any questions from committee members? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much. Next is Matthew Taylor for the Solid Waste Regions Board for a term expiring December 15, 2029. Mr. Taylor?
Chair, Mr. Taylor is withdrawn himself for consideration.
All right. Next is Sports Authority reappointment of Mr. Dan Hogan for a term expiring December 19, 2029. Mr. Hogan, do you want a parking pass or a quick ticket?
Such an exposing question. I'll have a parking.
And this group is judgy too.
All right. Do you currently live in Davidson County?
I do.
Do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
Just the Sports Authority.
All right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself quickly and why
Yes.
you're interested in serving?
I have been on the board for, I believe, 4 years. I finished out a previous appointment term and have thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not a native of Nashville and originally from Chicago. Did most of my formative years growing up in Georgia and have been here since '98. So I've been around to see the city change and really have enjoyed participating, especially the last few years, in watching how the sports entertainment offerings in the city have really begun to evolve. So it's been a wonderful opportunity for me.
Wow, TEDx and Entrepreneur of the Year in 2016. Next. All right. Any questions from committee members?
I just want to,
Yes.
Mr. Hogan is a longtime District 18 constituent, and I know he does a lot for, in addition to being a celebrated business person, does a lot for the community, and proud to support him.
Great. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Up next is Tiffany DeGraffin Reed for the Sports Authority for a term expiring October 19, 2029. Do you want it? All right. Thank you. All right. Do you currently live in Davidson County?
I do, District 1.
Do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
No, I do not.
All right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in serving?
Okay, so I am originally from Birmingham, Alabama. Roll Tide. I've been in Nashville for a very long time, graduated from Tennessee State University. Currently, I work as a medical social worker at the Department of Veteran Affairs. So I think this opportunity will be amazing for me to continue the good work that the board is currently already doing, supporting the executive director, not to mention that my family and I, we are big sports people. We love going to all of the sports games, exposing our children. They're very active, taking them to all these different sporting events. So this will be an opportunity for me to continue working with the board on the work that they're in the strategies that they've already been working on, the initiatives, and keeping the good work going.
Great. Thank you so much. Any questions from committee members? All right. Can I get a motion? So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much. Up next is Ms. Holmes Jones for the Sports Authority appointment for a term expiring December 19, 2029.
That's me.
Would you like a parking pass or? Oh, our first taker.
Won the lottery too.
All right. All right. Why don't, do you live in Davidson County?
I do, District 19.
Do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
I do not.
All right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself quickly and why you're interested in serving?
I'm Cherie Holmes Jones, as she said. I own an advertising and marketing firm at 10th and Jefferson. I'm also the founder and president of Jefferson Street Historical Society. And a bunch of other boards and things in the city. So I do a lot of convening. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, but been here about 12 years, going on 13. And so my purpose in life is always to make sure I amplify and build anything around me. And so that's what I do.
Great. Thank you for your willingness to serve. Do I have any questions from committee members? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much. We're almost there. 2 more. All right. Transportation and Licensing Commission, appointment of Charles Sewing for a term expiring on January 31st, 2026. Mr. Sewing, parking pass or quick ticket?
Parking pass, I believe.
All right. Do you currently live in Davidson County?
Yes, District 4.
Do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
I'm currently on Greenways and Open Space. I think if my term hasn't expired, I'll be transferring.
Got it. Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself quickly and why you're interested in serving?
All right, quickly. I've been in Nashville now 30 years. I've had the opportunity to serve on several other commissions. It's been a wonderful learning opportunity first, but also being able to lend my voice to things that are important to the community, watch the city grow and benefit from that has been very enjoyable level of service for me.
Great. Thank you for your willingness to serve. Any questions from committee members? All right. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any not voting? All right, 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much. Last one. Stormwater Management Commission appointment of Nathan Oliver for a term expiring on October 31st, 2024. Mr. Oliver, which would you like? Uh-huh. He said that quietly, but he said parking pass. All
We're
right.
still being judgy.
I mean, always. I'm a hater. All right. Do you currently live in Davidson County?
I do. I live in District 6.
All right. Do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
I do not.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself quickly and why you're interested in serving?
Sure. I've served a number of different ways within the community, personally as well as professionally. I've always thought it's a really important aspect to use your skills and abilities and expertise to give back to the community in whatever ways that you can. So I'm a landscape architect. From what I understand, I'll be the first landscape architect appointed to the board, which is an incredible opportunity because the way that we look at the environment really complements the way engineers do. So I think it's an opportunity to bring those kind of perspectives together. Nashville being a growing city, it's incredibly important to be responsible in the way that we develop and manage our natural resources and the way that we combine the built environment with the natural environment. And I'm excited about the opportunity to do that and serve the community.
Great. Well, thank you for your willingness to serve. Any questions from committee members? Yes.
Do you think our current stormwater regulations work?
It's interesting because we're actually working on a study that we'll be presenting shortly. I think Nashville does a lot of really great things related to stormwater. There's always opportunities to grow and enhance those. But I think based on looking at our peers, I think we have a really strong system and one that, can only get better.
Great. Any other questions? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any not voting? 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 not voting. Thank you so much.
Did we go on the hill? Did we maybe the hill?
Oh, Mr. Grant Winrow.
Making a mad dash at
That's our last one.
I do not see him.
Just a tip.
He is not in the building.
He is not in the building.
He is trying.
He is trying
He's waiting
how?
on his Uber.
Oh, okay. All right. Tell him to cancel his Uber. Can I get a motion to defer one meeting?
So moved.
Second. All right. All of those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any not voting? All right. that is it. As a reminder, we have a special call Rules Committee meeting tomorrow at 5. I hope everyone can make it, or most of you. With that, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you.